What food used to be good but they changed the recipe and now it sucks? Chips Ahoy! I'm not sure if it's because I'm older now. I remembered as a kid they used to taste so good and cookie-like. Now it just tastes like a rock of sugar with chocolate in it. Pillsbury cookie dough in a tube. About 8 months ago the package advertised, "Great new recipe." It was not great. Call me a grouchy old man. But I full-on wrote a letter to the company telling them I didn't like it and I would not buy it again unless they changed it back. Half the chocolate in the UK since Cadbury's got bought by Kraft. Breyers used to be the best for store-bought ice cream. But now it's just a crappy mess of what it used to be and is now considered frozen dessert. Since it's anything but what it used to be, I also remember Wendy's burgers being much better than now. Ritz crackers, for some inexplicable reason. Maybe around 5 years ago the crackers went from being nice and firm and dippable to nowadays easily crumbling to bits with even the lightest dip. The flavor too is noticeably less buttery than it once was. Maybe they went on the cheap with whatever oil or shortening they use. All Canadians ought to agree when I say, everything at Tim Hortons. My local Chinese place changed owners. That was my spot for 15 years. Then Monsieur new owners, new chefs. Haven't been back since. It's been 5 years. My wife gets annoyed when we walk past because I always bring it up. Tim Hortons coffee. I don't know what they did, but it almost always tastes burnt. Even when it's not. Outback. When they went public, they downsized all their dishes and raised prices. You can tell some boardroom but was all like, downsize the Aussie chips and salads by making the presentation seem larger with oversized, random-shaped dishes. I remember at one time you had to wait to eat there and now, even at peak times, you can waltz right in. Still pisses me off. Cadbury creme eggs. I bought one a few years ago and could have sworn it was old, stale, because the creme inside was nearly crystallized, and it tasted horrible. But nope, it was just a new recipe they were using for theme. Monsieur never had one since. I lived on a steady diet of meatball subs at Subway in the late 1990s. They changed it completely by 2001. It's unrecognizable. Honeycombs, the cereal. Not actual honeycombs. I swear it used to have an actual flavor nut, sort of reminiscent of honey. But now it just tastes sweet. Sort of like if someone replaced your mal-o meal with cream of wheat. Still obviously the same kind of thing, but with a flavor missing. Panera Bread Frontega chicken. Shit's a travesty. Wendy's honey mustard sauce. Twinkies and other Hostess products. After their bankruptcy, they just didn't taste the same. I don't know if it's just me, but in the UK in the 90s and 80s, McDonald's used to have a completely different taste to it. I distinctly remember the taste of the burgers and milkshakes being completely different to what it is now. Then again, I was a small child, so maybe my taste buds were fluffed up or something. LMAO at it. It's not just me. Arby's horseradish sauce. Back in the early 2000s, it used to be so potent it was a very good stuffy nose remedy. Now it's not. Turkey Hill peanut butter ice cream. Monsieur, the best ice cream in the world, until they started putting in less peanut butter chunks, thinking we wouldn't notice. Oh, we noticed. Panera has greatly disappointed me. They changed up all their garbage, started calling it artisan, and charged $2 more. And it sucks. The food is disappointing, and the service, at at my way, is worse than the garbage tea fast food joints being staffed by dumbass kids. Canadian Smarties. They totally changed the flavor of the chocolate maybe like 10 or 15 years ago. And now they taste awful. Pizza Hut. They're still fatty pizza, but something definitely got low quality over time. Don't know what happened, but Subway used to be fluffing delicious. But now their food tastes artificial and doesn't have the same flavor. The SKOOBY to fruit snacks. Everything my mom used to cook for dinner that I try to make on my own. Burger King's chicken, nuggets and fries. They used to be the best, now they are cheap garbage. When I was in Girl Scouts, I obviously sold cookies each year, a fundraiser. Now there are two Girl Scout cookie bakers, ABC Bakery and Little Brownie Bakery. Each council gets to choose which bakery they use. The bakeries are required to make Thin Mint Samoas, Caramel Delights, and shortbreads, trefoils. But both bakeries also sell tagalongs, peanut butter patties, which are like a Reese's cookie. A couple years ago I met a family who lived several states away, and in that state they used Little Brownie Bakery. Their lactose-intolerant daughter loved tagalongs, but couldn't eat them anymore because they had changed the recipe and now it has milk. But where I lived we use ABC Bakery and they still don't use milk in the cookie. The family ended up buying almost 4 cases of tagalongs from me. Each box is $4 and each case has 12 boxes. They spent almost $200 on Girl Scout cookies. Pringles don't know what changed, but they don't taste nearly the same. KFC, Chili's. It's so obvious they tried to cut costs with pretty much everything on what's left of their menu. McDonald's apple pie. Tastes good but just not the same. All bottled barbecue sauce is now way too sweet. Boston Market mac and cheese used to be awesome, but I think they changed their recipe for the cheese sauce a few years ago and it hasn't been the same. Dunkin' Donuts, they used to bake them fresh. Now I think they are made in supply facilities and shipped to stores. You can actually taste the old edit. It's called Dunkin' now. Thanks for reminding me. Steak at Chipotle. Used to be med rare, delicious. Now well done, not delicious. Campbell's clam chowder soup. It used to be thick and have plenty of clams. A decade or so ago they changed it to be watery and have more potatoes. Kraft Deluxe mac and cheese. When I was a kid, there used to be so much macaroni in the box and the cheese was so thick it would take it so long to melt. Now they changed to a different pasta that takes so long to cook and still isn't soft, and the cheese isn't the same at all. From this thread, it seems like everything companies care too much about their bottom line and less about quality. Snapple, ever since they started putting it in the plastic bottle, it sucks bean. Fast food hamburgers just about everywhere. Kirkland protein bars. They changed something in the formula that now gives me brutal gas. While the extra farting is fun at home, I don't want to feel all bloated and gassy in a 10 a.m. meeting at work. At my local grocery store they changed the chocolate chip cookies, the dough and the chocolate chips. I hate it. Doritos were way better before they removed the trans fat. I'm from the UK, but my dad used to bring Fruit Loops back from America a lot. Noticed they massively dulled in taste. Were never the same. Also TUC biscuits, if anyone knows what they are. Marie Callender's microwave meals. They used to be awesome and tasted amazing. I noticed a huge drop-off within the past few years to the point where they are just like any other cheap microwavable dinner, which sucks. I was a chef and I liked their meals before, so that's telling. Specifically, it was their chicken fettuccine alfredo with broccoli that I used to love, but they changed the recipe and took away the pepper packs that it used to come with. Now it's less creamy, fairly bland, less chicken, and less broccoli. Hear me out. I really hope someone can chime in here, but I seriously think Doritos have had less cheese powder for the last several years. The problem seems to be worse in the small bags. Gardettos, when they got rid of the sesame seed cracker stick. Gardettos, original snack mix, where are the sesame bread sticks? Buffalo Wild Wings, food change, now it bad. Andy Cap hot fries and cheddar fries. They once were a bag of delicious, but now they are bland and taste stale even when fresh. A pizza restaurant near me completely changed from Neapolitan style to football bar food pizza style out of the blue, and I guess expected nobody to notice. Breyer's ice cream this year used to be milk, cream, and sugar. Now I have no idea what the hell it is. TUC crackers. Wagon wheels. Twix. Twix in particular is a mere shadow of its former self.